I don't think you guys really get how fucking impacting this game has been on my life, you know? Like, I know it seems hyperbolic, and it probably is to an extent, honestly. But, like, you have such. I played this game at a time in my life when I was really deep down there in, like, the pit, you know? And I only dug myself out thanks to friends who are no longer my friends, but I still hold them in high regard for helping me somewhat get over my social anxiety. And at the same time, I was getting into visual novels like Echo. And I remember it went major, minor, then repeat, and then Echo. And it just spiraled from there out of control. I really can't explain just how impactful this game is to me in particular, because I've been following it for like such a long time that I don't know, man. When I loaded this game up for the first video of this series, I just got hit with a fucking pang of just pure nostalgia, I guess. It's weird. I've already said this before, but it's kind of like you're coming back to an old friend who you haven't seen in a while and you've had good memories with, but at the same time, there's a bit of there's some tension there, you know. And whenever I open this game, I just get such. I don't know how to describe it. Honestly, it's hard. The characters are just really impactful, and I mean, I've already uploaded like some of Carl's route, and yeah, I've already uploaded the first. I've already like recorded the first of Flynn's route, but I can't really upload it because our internet is being a bitch right now, and my mom won't pay it, or she has paid it, but it won't work for some reason, and they're just trying to get that work done. But like, I really can't express just how grateful I am that I found this game at all, like in the first place. It's got I found so many friends because of it, you know, like I know I'm sounding really mushy and all, but like it's true. And let's just get into it. Honestly, let's just fucking jump in. All right, here we go. So this is Wednesday. This is every Wednesday, and every route is the Carl party. Well, not really. I mean, yeah, it's the Carl party. And in Carl's route, as you saw, we're just already at the house and you defend Carl and all that because it's his route, you know? It's kind of his thing. But, like, man, Flynn's route, man, it's my favorite out of all of them purely for the fact that I just really like it. It's so good. I actually end up sleeping in the next day. Leah tries to coax me to go along, but I mumble something about needing to finish my project. Oh, so you don't go to the party in Flynn's. I forgot. The next thing I know, it's an hour later and the motel room is empty. I chastise myself for the late start and getting enrolled to bed, skipping a shower, and instead gathering up all my equipment. I decided to head to the old school, mostly out of convenience. It's less than a mile up Main Street. Oh yeah, the school. The school, right, this whole thing. It's broken down and vandalized to hell, which looks great with the camera. The original Echo School was built back in the early 1900s, but it was torn down and rebuilt in the 50s. Early 1900s, huh? Was that how it was written back when this route first came out? I don't remember. They might have changed it to fit around the smoke room's time frame because the smoke room takes place in 1915. So they might have done that, but like, I don't really know. That's the building that I'm looking at now. Apparently, all grades were combined in this one building, which was sectioned off by 3 floors: Echo Elementary, Echo Junior High, and Echo High. After 1980, there were too few students to keep it functional, and they started busying everyone to Peyton instead, closing Echo School and down. Oh, bit bussing, not busy and whatever. It's a 2-story brick schoolhouse with a basement and about 30 rooms inside. I was going to say, it doesn't look like 3 stories to me. I remember my parents saying that after it closed down, it was a rite of passage to sneak into the school at night and graffiti up the walls. Basically, everyone drew a pentagram. Edgy kids. I set the camera up to get a few shots of the outside of the school, making sure to emphasize the graffiti on the front and avoid the white soccer goal. Apparently, Echo was still putting the field to use. The windows are foggy and there are a dozen squares of glass missing. It's pitch black inside. Oh, is he going to see someone in the windows? I forget. I calculate in my mind how long I'll be speaking over this portion of the footage, realizing that it probably won't be longer than 10 or 15 seconds. I feel a little flare of annoyance at the thought of how much I'm putting into this and how little I'm getting out. I wonder if this is really the kind of thing I want to be doing, and not for the first time. After about half an hour of trying different angles, I finally straighten up, wipe my forehead. Well, in Kara's route, I didn't get to record it because, it didn't work. I recorded it, but the audio didn't record, and it didn't record the full route. But basically, to give a summation, Chase wanted to go into history and all that, but his father was like, nah, fuck that, bitch, you're going into journalism, that's much more easy, that's much more affordable, and whatever the fuck he was like. Parents are fucking cruel sometimes. Thinking they get to control their kids, like every aspect of their kids' lives just because they were born out of them, like, really? Okay, bitch, sure. The sun is up to the point of oring the top of my head, and I know that within half an hour, I'll be burning up. Also, I just want to point out, family is not who you're born to. I don't know who needs to hear that, but if anyone needs to hear that, family is not who you're born to. It's who you decide. So I don't know if you're dealing with some shit with your family or something. Just know that you can choose who you want your family to be. It's not a crime to do that. I start packing up my camera when I feel a different sensation at the top of my head. A slight pressure and a prickle. The feeling that I'm being watched. I look back up at the school building. It's quiet, broken and stoic like it has been for the past few decades. Still, my eyes are drawn to the second floor, specifically to the window on the far right. So this one, right? Yeah. This would be my right. I stare hard at it, narrowing my eyes. Behind the glass in the dark room, something curves out of the right side of the window. It's lighter color. It stands out in stark contrast against the black of the rest of the windows. It could be anything, really, but as I stare at it, I get the same vibes as I do from Carl's horns. Ooh, is it James? I stare at it, waiting to see if it moves, morbidly imagining a face peering around the corner at any moment. Picturing Carl suddenly jumping out to stare at me from that window was kind of funny, but also creepy because I can't imagine what he's doing up here. The hairs in the back of my neck stand up when I look around, kind of hoping that someone might be nearby. Yeah, me too. Me too, buddy. I'm kind of getting chills. It's deserted, of course, my only company being the sun-baked road and dried sagebrush. I turn my attention back to that spot next to the window, half expecting the maybe a horn to be gone. It's still there, though, not having shifted at all from when I first spotted it. I shift the strap of my camera back into my shoulder and stand up straight before moving a little closer to the building, next to the doors for a better look. Maybe it's the handle to something. Maybe it's the handle of an old watering can for a class project forgotten long ago. Maybe. I shrug off the feeling and turn to leave. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate these choices. I hate these choices so much. They're not even choices because it's literally like, oh, you have to do this. You have to do this. This is what's so fucking good about Echo. Well, one of the reasons. One of the things that's good about it. It uses the visual novel medium to such a great effect. There are some choices in this game that when they happened the first time, I was literally in fucking just... I was terrified. And this was one of them. I remember I was so creeped out because I've had experiences just like that where I've been like in the middle just by myself and I just feel eyes on me. I've had those experiences. I'm pretty sure we all have. Where we've just been somewhere where we just feel like we're being watched. It's so fucking awful. This fucking scene. I hate it, but I love it. And I really am kind of nervous, you know? I'm kind of fucking I have to. I have to for the video. But at the same time, I'm just sitting here like, oh yes, of course. No, I'm just gonna do enter. Something itches in the back of my brain. I look back at the door and can tell right away that there isn't anything holding it shut. At least not on the outside. Maybe I could get a few shots of what's in there. I walk slowly up to the door. A thin piece of plywood, definitely not was there originally. A small no trespassing sign hangs from it, almost completely rusted through. I wish you guys, I wish you guys could be like, it's okay, you can do it. But like, no, you can't because this is a recording and I'm just talking to you from a fucking microphone, even though I'm talking to myself right now, essentially. And like that, one thing that I've always really been self-conscious about, and I know this is out of left field, what the fuck ever, I'm trying to build my confidence, I guess. One of the main things that I've really been self-conscious about for like a year now, since 2019 really, is like the fact that I talk to myself a lot. I do it as like a coping skill, you know? But like the reason this whole, oh, I'm kind of self-conscious about this started is because like my mom was dating this person. I've talked about him before on the channel, but like a while back now. Basically, one time he called me out on it and said that I was being weird and that it's mentally unstable and slightly deranged when you're talking to myself because he was like, it sounds like you're actually talking to a person. And you know, I could probably list 1,000 ways I could be turned into a fucking horror story. No, stop. See this here? I keep thinking it's a fucking person. Good fucking grief. I give the door a tentative push and it instantly gives way, sliding noisily across the concrete ground. Fuck. I don't want to do this. I don't want to. I don't want to fucking do this right. Okay. This fucking route, man. I like it. I like it a lot. But it's my favorite out of all of them. But the reason for that is because it scared me the most. And I don't want to. I think this is the first time you've actually heard me genuinely scared in this series. Not scared per se, but just creeped out, you know? That's gonna be more apparent. There's a certain. Oh no, fuck that. You see this here? That reminds me of something. That reminds me of something that's coming up late in the game. No, please no. Oh my god, I can't be the only one that sees like an eye and an eye and a nose. Inside, there's a staircase right in front of me. It's the left and right are the wide, darkened hallways. I don't want to fucking do this. I'm just crossing over the threshold when I realize what I'm doing. Yeah, you fucking dipshit, what the fuck are you doing? Is Sam up there in your noggin pressing your buttons, making you do this shit? Is that what's happening? Is Sam being a fucking dickhole trying to get you fucking killed? Because I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the entire reason you're fucking gay in the first place is because of Sam. But no, you're actually bisexual as I... Nah, Chase, why? I love you, buddy, but why? Even if I did get some good footage, it would have been from breaking into the place illegally. Get the fuck out. I don't want to... I genuinely... I don't fucking like this. I'd basically be filming a crime for a school project. Yeah, no shit, dude. Get the fuck out already! The floor creaks above my head, and I realize just how stupid this is. Please, fucking... Oh, I'm actually fucking desperate. I'm actually fucking desperate. I hate this. I fucking hate this. And would you stop staring at me? I see it, and fucking... Man, if you're watching this, dude, if you're watching this cold, hi, number one, but now... Oh my god, I don't think you've ever heard me actually scared in a video before. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to imagine that you're here with me, Cold, because I actually kind of need some comfort. I can imagine your remarks, honestly. Why am I placing so much faith in this dude that I don't even know that well? I mean, like, I know him, but like, we live in separate continents, and like, well, not really. We live in separate like countries, you know, but like at the same time, like I trust him a lot, and he's kind of a inspiration in a sense. Not really in the way he lives his life, but like in his writing, you know. Um, duh. I really don't want to fucking click my mouse. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm actually okay, okay. It's a fucking visual novel. It's a fucking visual. This is like ridiculous. Why am I so fucking creeped out? It's a fucking game. I turn back around, making sure to shut the rickety door behind me fully before I start back towards the road. It was a dumb idea, sure, and I've come up with a lot of stupid ideas, but for some reason I can't shake the feeling that had been especially weird. Yeah, dude, that was weird. I'm at the end of the row and I remember the horn at the window. Fuck no. Dude, please, get out of there. I don't want to be near this fucking building anymore. Please. I don't turn around. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Okay, we're at the party now. We're at the fucking party. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for having a genuine emotional reaction to a fucking moment that actually got under my... that actually genuinely made me very creeped out and scared the first time I played it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for having an emotional reaction to something that legitimately got under my skin. I'm so fucking sick of this need to apologize for things like emotions. Emotions are a natural part of fucking human life, and we need to start accepting them. So how do you even know that he's here? Jenna Isley as we make our way up the walk to Carl's house. As I'm looking up at the mansion, I think of how you imagine a lot of things being bigger when you're younger. Yeah, you mentioned this in Carl's route too. Not Carl's house. I always forget how big it is when I see it again. Even kids from Peyton wanted to hang out with Carl because of it. Carl's here like... That's Carl. It's Carl's voice. Carl's here like 95% of the time. Besides, how would he get around the pit without his parents? Jen doesn't say anything as TJ bounds up to the door and rings the doorbell while balancing a cake against his chest. Everything is so old-fashioned here. TJ seems to have cheered up since the incident a few days back. At least that's what he's been putting on so far. Sometimes it's hard to tell with TJ. We wait a while, but there's no answer. Jenna looks pointedly at Leo, who pointedly ignores her. He's probably asleep. And how do we wake him up? I want to ask where Flynn's at, but even mentioning his name around TJ seems risky. Leo's looking up at the window to the right of the door, about 10 feet off the ground. You know, if I boost you up, you'll be able to reach it? But I read that was horrible. Are you kidding me? I shift the bag of presents I'm holding, glancing down at the red tissue paper on the top. So, what did I get Carl? Leo doesn't seem to notice me, continuing to frown at Jenna. How else are we gonna wake him up? Oh, I don't know. Maybe if I send him in a text in advance to meet us somewhere, rather than just going to his house completely unannounced. Leo huffs and I can see his face getting under his fur. Jen has a fair point, but I still feel bad for the wolf. Don't. He's a fucking bitch. He's a fucking awful person. I mean, he usually is here, isn't he? Let's not fight, guys. It's supposed to be a party. TJ's gently disappointed voice seems to put a bit pause in the tense mood, and Jenna sighs before looking up at the window. I guess I could try. Great. Leo hops down off the deck. But at that moment, a big rusty truck pulls in the driveway of Carl's house. Y'all better not gang up on this bitch. I will fucking slaughter you. It's Flynn, and next to him in the passenger seat is unconscious-looking Ram. The hell? Flynn parks routine before slowly and quietly opening the door. Flynn, what the hell are you doing? I wonder, what is he doing? He's taking Carl back to his house, you fucking piece of shit! I am so fucking sick of you abusing Flynn for no other reason than having an emotional reaction to the death of his best friend that he never found out the answer to. I am so sick of these fucking pieces of shit. Sorry. No, not sorry. That's my genuine emotion right now. I fucking hate this entitled bullshit. Leo whisper yells it as he walks up to the truck, glancing over at Carl, who's leaned back in his seat with his mouth hanging open. Even from here I can hear him snoring. Hey Wolf, if you still wanted to be surprised, you'll shut up. What the hell are you doing? Flynn rolls his eyes. We went to the reservation. What? Why? Because it's something we do sometimes. I text you we're going to surprise him. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Flynn rubs the back of his scaly head. Just a little late is all. Started winning more than I usually do, so Carl and I stuck around for a little longer. You were gambling? Of course, because that's all the reservation is good for, huh? Shut the fuck up, bitch. I will end you. Whoa! Flynn holds up his hands defensively. What's with all of you? Flynn's eyes settle on me, and for some reason my heart give a jump. Shit, so what the hell crawled up everyone's ass? I feel like the answer should be obvious, but if Flynn's trying to get things at least somewhat close to normality, then I'm fully behind him. You know how Leo is, his way or the highway. Leo shoots a glare at me when I grin at him, trying to lighten the jab. I sense TJ further back behind me, separate from our group. I really wish I knew what he's thinking right now. Well, you don't. So get... Oh my god. Shut... I want to strangle you. I want to fucking punch you to death, you fucking piece of shit. Leo lets out a tiny growl before turning back to Flynn. I feel you could have at least told us. Flynn sighs and glances back at the Ram sleeping in the truck. Well, why you guys go inside so this whole surprise thing isn't as weird? It's locked. Flynn walks over to Carl's side before turning back to us. Go into the back, there's a key under the doormat. We get into position in front of the door. TJ's a little more enthusiastic, hiding behind the wall to the left of the door, a party popper in his hand. I hear a soft clopping along with the low murmur of Carl's voice. The door swings open. Dude, I just want to put it behind me and not fit. Surprise! Wow, that was shit. Carl stands there, frozen as strings of confetti drape across his horns. For a moment, it goes completely silent. We all stare back at him. Finally, TJ giggles. Oops, I didn't mean to get on your horns. TJ goes about picking the confetti off Carl's head, his hesitant movements making it obvious how hard he's trying to avoid touching the horns. What? Carl finally breaks the awkward silence as he continues to stare at all of us, pushing TJ's hands away to pull the confetti off himself. Leo steps forward to clearly force a smile on his face. Your birthday. Happy early birthday. Carl continues to stare. Flynn steps up to his side and puts him around his shoulder. Yeah, you know. There isn't much to do around here, so we had to come up with something. But a birthday party for me? It's not for another month. Be happy, Carl. This is probably the last birthday party I'll ever get. Carl puts his muzzle and snaps it shut, his long ears twitching around. Carl, this is basically just a party. Your birthday's just an excuse to have it. Oh, come on, Jenna. We got you gifts and everything. Leo nods at me and I take the heel of my bag in the air, grinning sheepishly. I mean, it was Leo's birthday last month. So what, you just want to re-gift everything to him? Flynn gives a hard tongue when Carl's horns and he swats at Flynn's hand with more annoyance than I'm used to seeing him have. Yeah, because he didn't ask for this. He has fucking social anxiety and he's depressed as all hell. You really think having a surprise fucking party all about him is gonna solve his issues, huh? You really think that's a good idea, Leo? See, you never think these things through now, do you, bitch? You never do. Because you're so fucking self-centered. You're so fucking self-centered. And you think that just because, oh, the group is back together, you can control them all. Well, fuck off. And cake. Okay, that sucked. TJ raised the air and cake in the air. Flynn leans against Carl, pointing at it. See, red velvet, your favorite. I'm silently thankful that Flynn's trying this hard to not let Carl freak out. I think we're all a little taken aback at how much he's resisting. Carl's shoulders do droop a bit at the side of the cake, though. Where are your plates? Jenna's over at the cupboard, opening a few and looking inside. This kitchen is huge. Second one over. At that point, we're managed to shake off the awkward haze and we're gonna start moving to the table. So, we got the whole day planned out for you. Yeah. Carl stands at the end of the table, one hand on his shoe as he watches all of us. Well, I knew Carl wouldn't really be into the idea of a party. I didn't think it would be this bad. I wonder if his anxiety's gotten worse since the incident at the university. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I'm gonna go piss because I need to. Alright. Okay, so, like, one thing I've always wondered about was, like, so, basically, I woke up, like, 2 a.m. this morning, and I stayed up since then, so, like, I'm like, why am I so energetic? Why am I so energetic? Why does this always happen? Like, I stay up all night, and, like, all of a sudden, I just become super energetic, you know? And then, like, afternoon comes, and I literally collapse into a heap. It's fucking weird. Going out to eat later and then a movie. I thought you wanted to see the new Luce Lobo film, you know? Carl's hands go to pull the beanie tighter over his head. I'm guessing his, coping skill or something. Well, as long as you don't tell the waiters it's my birthday. Oh yeah, isn't that the place by the theater where they basically force you to wear one of those cone hats? Yep, and I swear to God, if one thing gets all touchy with my horns trying to put it on. What, you blow pot smoke at him? I think it's kind of fun. TJ's struggling to pull the plastic dome off the cake. Oh, seeing these two together, and they're smiling too. Oh, it's not gonna. I hate this. I'm sorry. TJ and Flynn are my favorite ship. Yeah. I just have the mental image in my head of, like... He wrote them. He wrote TJ to have a 9-inch schlong, which was... Man, that's hilarious. It's just... Ah, that's funny. Leo reaches out to help him, but it pops right at that moment and takes a large glob of frosting off the side of the cake. Ah! Good one, Siege. We can give that piece to Carl so we can stay on his diet. Flynn puts air quotes around the word diet. An awkward silence follows, one that Flynn clearly notices when I see him sulk in response. Carl coughs. I didn't have breakfast, so this should be fine. Cake is breakfast? You... Okay. Leo claps his paws together. Well, we're having cake. Why don't we start opening presents, huh? Carl grabs a bag and unceremoniously dumps it onto the table. He goes through them, giving an obligatory thanks, whatever the... Wow, that sucked. Obligatory thanks when he finds out who gave it to him. I swear I'm messing up my English. I see my gift for the first time along with Carl. It's a horn band in black and orange. University of Pueblo colors. We used to make fun of the jocks that wore them at Pueblo. Thanks. He looks at me as if trying to figure out if I'm joking or not. I can only offer a pained smile in response. It's only now that I'm feeling guilty for not getting him the present myself. I'll give him another one on his real birthday. Flynn steps forward at that point. Here's mine. Something I got from the reservation. It's gonna be lighter. Flynn reaches into his pocket and pulls out something small and hidden in his hand. When Carl sees it, his eyes widen. Oh, wow. It looks like a rectangular piece of metal with 2 points sticking out of the top. It's not until Carl pushes a thumb against one of those horns and it pops open that I see it's a lighter. Now you won't look like a total loser when you get blazed. Carl gives Flynn a small smile before flicking the lighter on top. Before snapping it shut. Thanks, man. Don't worry about it. Store actually gave me a discount. I still remember from the smokes I used to buy there. You went all the way to the reservation for that? Cigarettes are untaxed in the reservation. Another thing it's useful for, huh, Flynn? Shut the fuck up, bitch, before I fucking strangle you. You fucking cunt. Why don't you go back to the kitchen and start doing the dishes, huh? Fucking whore. A chill descends over the room again, after it just warmed up. I went there for the casino. The cigarettes were just... Mm-hmm. Flynn stops and frowns, confused and hurt. At this point, I start to feel myself wanting to stick up for him. The rest of the party is stiff and uncomfortable as Flynn stews in the corner. Finally, Leo stands up and tells us to get out of the car. Leo gives Flynn a look, and I can tell he's probably going to confront him with something. Bitch, you better not. You better fucking not, bitch. Oh my god, I will fucking kill you. I seriously can't comprehend this reaction to fucking trauma. Oh my god. This is the same fucking dude who you kept telling, keep it under wraps, don't let it show. Conceal, don't fail, don't let them know, whatever. I don't fucking care if it's from Frozen. It's applicable here. It's fucking applicable here. And you know what concealing shit like that does? Guess fucking what? It builds up and up and up and up until it finally bursts out. And you're fucking reprimanding him for finally expressing his feelings about what happened. You're fucking mad at him for having a reasonable response to his fucking trauma, you fucking cunt wipes. Do I need to tell you how fucking disgusting that is? How fucking awful you're being? As if you guys have your trauma, and yet Flynn is just totally okay because he seems so adult. Oh yes, totally. Keep on ignoring him. Keep on ignoring his fucking issues because you're so fucking petty and entitled to think that you should be able to control his trauma. No. fuck off! Not sorry. Quietly, I lingered towards the door and listened as the rest of them head out. Oh, so now I just can't say anything to him, huh? Flynn. The look on Leo's face is deadly. His eyes are narrowed, ears flat against his head, teeth bared. I hate you. I hate you, Leo. Flynn's initial indignation cooled and he backs up. You promised me you wouldn't fuck this up. You said you wouldn't cause any problems. He didn't! Jenna's the one that caused this, you fucking prick! Oh my god! I was fucking trying to make things better. Can you read a fucking room? No one wanted you to say anything to him. What, so I'm just gonna let things stay like this for the whole week? Well, that's kinda your fault, isn't it? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you fucking whore. I'm trying to be nice to her. Do you see Jenna? She's not fucking helping. You know how TJ is. Just leave him alone. He's a fucking adult. He can handle shit on his own, you... I'm actually mad. I'm actually mad now. Wow. He's a fucking adult, not some little kid you have to protect. That's why it's been years and little shit isn't man enough to say what actually happened. Thank you, Flynn. Leo's hackles flare. See, this is what it's about. You only want another chance at him. You're one to talk. You're one to talk, bitch. You fucking whore. You're so tired of being the odd one out, aren't you? You think that Chase is all yours just because you fucked him in the ass sometimes. You think you can protect everyone just because you're a... Leo's looking at Flynn with pure disgust on his face. Sounds like you think I just want to fuck him. I wouldn't put it past you, slut. Oh, we're going there now, huh? We're going there now, huh? How about your computer full of fucking otter wolf porn? Huh? How about that? How about you manifesting a fucking tulpa because you were so fucking childish and so fucking sick and... Flynn leans back with a smirk. Yeah, then I'm not the only one with ulterior motives, eh? Flynn's eyes flick to me. Leo doesn't even say anything in response, instead just letting out a rough snarl. Flynn only flinches a little but doesn't move, just holding his arm, staring hard at the wolf. I don't want to see you talking to him again this week. If you do, I'll shove your fat tail so far up your ass. Buy me a drink first. Chase, get it out to the car. Oh, so you can just control him now. You can just control Chase, huh? Fuck you, Leo. Fuck you. You fucking manipulative, narcissistic piece of shit. I jump as Leo snaps his head in my direction. I'm torn about this. I don't feel like Flynn did anything wrong in trying to talk to TJ exactly. But if what Leo suspects is true, I think I need to... Alright, cool. Leo punched the door from his way out, swinging the door shut with a smash. Good. Fucking leave. Fucking leave, you cunt wipe. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Flynn retains a position against the back of the couch, his arms folded, coolly chewing on his toothpick. Both listen to the sound of Leo's truck starting up before it fades as they pull out. I look over the leftover cake on the table, wonder if I should just clean up to just give myself something to do. The glob of cream stuck to the side of a plastic dome gives me a jolt of genuine sadness at the mess this whole get-together has turned into. Flynn, meanwhile, retains his slouched sulking. Finally, the pressure is too much and I feel a need to say something. So, as if that's his cue, Flynn turns in his heel and stalks out the door. Hey! I scrambled to follow him out the door, feeling more annoyed than sorry for him at this point. Where are you going? Flynn doesn't say anything as he walks up to the truck and yanks open the driver's side door. He slammed it shut just as they walk up to the door. What the fuck? He finally does turn to me then, shifting the toothpick around his mouth before he speaks. What? What do you mean what? You can't just take off. Why not? Flynn arches his prominent brow at me, and I struggle to think of what to say. It's not like he owed me anything. I didn't stick up for him at all back there. Was he expecting me to? As far as he knew, I just needed to get my project done. I just thought you could give me a ride. Flynn smirks at me. Where? The mine. You serious? I mean, it's a few miles away. You know it's still up and everything, right? Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't get a few shots outside. Flynn sighs heavily. That annoys me, and that annoys me more than anything else. Whatever, man. I turn around and start heading up the road, not even sure if it's the fastest way to the mine. For the next 10 seconds, I walk briskly up the road, but Flynn's car doesn't start. I already know what he's doing. He's going to relent before he says it. Fucking hell. Hey! I turn around, trying not to smile. What? You know what? Get in. I try not to look too eager as I make my way over to this passenger side and hop in. Think you're smart, don't you? I roll my eyes. I don't think anything. You're the one shooting yourself in the foot all the time. Whatever, man. I stare through the bars of rebar into the darkness of the old mine. There's a damp, cool breeze coming from inside, but all I can smell is dirt. Yeah, beautiful, ain't it? Might as well just slap that mine jail on our flag. Represents the town pretty good. Flynn leans against the truck, chewing another one of his toothpicks. There's an unsettling feeling about the whole place, and I'm kind of glad Flynn's with me because of it. It's a good 3 miles from the town center, and the gravel road is deserted. Our only company is a few crumbled ruins and foundations completely scattered every 10-20 feet or so. The only sign of modernity is an old oddly placed long patch of asphalt, and 2 tall lampposts at the end of it. The town has tried to turn the area into a tourist destination a decade ago, but the recession put a hard stop to that. That seems to be a running theme in the town's history. Progress halted by outside forces. Don't you have some say in that? I move absentmindedly, messing with the settings on the camera. No, I'm the clerk. I just was with records and shit. It's still hard for me to imagine Flynn working in that position. Shouldn't you be there now? It's still before 5. Maybe, but why bother? But what? He looks up at me, toothpick bobbing around his mouth, eyes wide as he shrugs. What, you think I was gonna notice? I get paid to do nothing. But won't you get fired? It's an elected position. Well, unelected then? It goes unchallenged every year, Chase. I frown. Doesn't Flynn have any sense of duty? Flynn takes the toothpick out of his mouth and stabs it in my direction. Hey, I didn't bring you to get elected, but I do my job. I've been doing it the past 3 years. Flynn shoves the toothpick back in his mouth. Anyway, I was kidding. I'm part-time. I get my shit done, then I leave. I set the camera on the tripod and look through the lens. Don't me! There's a good amount of satisfaction I can get out of teasing Flynn. I mean, your cousin or whatever is the mayor, right? My aunt is, and so what? Isn't that nepotism or something? Flynn sighs heavily behind me. Elected. Alright, just seems kinda, I don't know, like not a good thing. As I feel like I can hear him really starting to growl behind me, so I try to change the subject. Well, it's good to see you're still not smoking anymore. Toothpicks helping? Not right now, they're not. Flynn had smoked since he was a freshman in high school. I distinctly remember him offering me cigarettes when I was like 14. He always gets pissed off if I remind him about that. I pick up the camera and move it to a different angle. Well, maybe you could give Leo a few pointers. He doesn't say anything, and I close my eyes when I remember what just happened with the wolf. I fell for another minute, then turned around to face him. I'm sorry about what happened. Flynn doesn't look at me, instead choosing to stare out at the desert. Well, you didn't do anything. But I could have, and this project is why we're here in the first place, isn't it? Flynn sighs and finally looks up at me, his eyes all the more pierced into the bright sunlight. You know, one thing I can't stand is people apologizing over nothing. I frown. What does that mean? Yeah, you can apologize, but in the end, all it's doing is making you feel better while fixing nothing. I glare at him, feeling my face get hot even more than it is in the desert heat. He shrugs and leans against the car, head tilted back and eyes shut against the sun. I stalk over to stand in front of him and I can see his smile playing at the edges of his muzzle. Man, fuck you! In the last word, I jab a finger into his stomach. His eyes fly open and he grunts loudly, doubling over. Jeez, Chase! I fucking stayed in this shithole for you while everyone else is having fun and this is the thanks I get? Oh, so you stayed behind just for me? Flynn says, stays curled up in his stomach. His face is anxious from mine, he's still got that stupid grin on his face. That's what's so sexy about him, dude. He's fucking amazing. You're an asshole. Aw, Chase, my heart. He clutches his chest dramatically. I love you! I love you! More like your stomach. I poke at it again, but he reacts too quickly, his lithe torso bang out of the way. You can't keep your hands off me, can you? God, stop. I just feel my arms glaring at him. Flynn finally straightens up, looking around. Well, I'm not gonna do a repeat of yesterday. I've got a house, you know. Is he talking about how he fooled around yesterday and he's inviting me back to his house? Or more specifically, his bedroom? I swallow. I don't want to look too eager, like that's the only reason I stayed behind. I'm a little hungry. Wanna go out and get some first? Flynn snorts as he gazes down at me. What, from the diner? You know how that fucks me up. I think. You said you'd cook for me a few days back. Flynn sighed, rubbing a hand behind his head. What is this, some kind of date? Well, you said you prefer dinner first before... I trail Elvis Flynn raises his brow at me. I said a drink. We can have that too. Flynn looks off into the desert again, thinking. Fine, but I'm gonna get you back for that poke. I smirk. Yeah, what... As he turns away from me, his tail comes in and knocks against my crotch. It wasn't all that hard, but it's enough to make me feel it in the bottom of my Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah. Okay. Oh, fuck. Come on. I walk bow-legged for a few seconds as I move to gather up my equipment. I don't think that was an equal exchange. That's because you ain't a lizard. Now hurry your ass up. Flynn's house is a ranch-style adobe home. He moved here only a few years ago, so it's my first time seeing it. It's an alright place. Housemate's quiet and keeps to himself. So it's almost like I have it to myself. You got a housemate? Well, yeah, I don't need the whole house. There's a decent amount of money, too. Pulling next to a kind of foreign-looking, faded yellow scooter. He's new to Echo. You'll probably like him. He's a big fucking nerd. Oh, Daxton, yay, 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 yay. I hop out, the pavement warming against my pads, even though the sun is setting. Looks nice, kind of like a smaller version of Carl's house. Carl's mansion, you mean? On the way up to the door, I feel his thick tail bump against my own, though it's soft with it, that I'm not sure if it's on purpose. As we go inside, I'm hit with a blast of warm air that's not much different than what's outside. I air out my shirt. Flynn notices and chuckles. Sorry, but you better get used to it if you want to hang around with a Gila. As I follow Flynn to the kitchen, the smell is a bit strange as well. Kind of like sagebrush, which isn't a bad thing at all. Ain't you, Flynn? Yeah, I have a friend over. Oh, one of your reunion friends? Flynn opens the fridge. We have any green peppers left? I hear a sliding door from the hallway and turn around to a somewhat startling sight. A tall lizard comes in, but it's not his height that surprises me, but his coloring. Spotted blue with pale eyes. I then recognize he's a salamander, not a reptile. I suppose I'd seen brightly colored amphibians in Pueblo, but definitely not Echo and not even in Peyton. There's a smile on his face, and I try hard not to stare. Dax, this is Chase. Hello, Chase. Hi. Reached off to his offered hand before feeling the cool, almost slippery sensation of his skin. Yeah, sorry, I know you guys aren't used to salamanders around here. I cringed inwardly as I realized he'd caught me staring like a dumbass. Oh no, I don't mind. Mind me being a salamander? I'm mortified, but he's still smiling. Alright, Chase, enough making a fool out of yourself. Flynn is tossing ingredients onto the counter. Peppers, cheese, eggs. He can't help it if he's not used to it. Well, he's always bragging about going to college. Sometimes it serves you better if you just get out more. I'm not sure what to say at that point, but Dax saves me from having to try. Oh, please. Dax sits next to me on his stool, that warm smile still plastered to his face. Yeah, Flynn here was trying to sweet-talk a hyena a few months back. I see Flynn tense up before he turns around, pointing a knife threatening at the salamander. Don't you dare. Referred to as a canine, like, isn't that something basic you learned in school? Wow, Flynn, really? Yeah, hyenas are more like felines and canines. Flynn turns back around with a huff. Sometimes you forget shit. He's trying to play it up, but I can see the frills in the back of his head flaring out. He didn't care anyway, and we fucked, so fuck off. Paxton rolls his eye before getting up and airing out his shirt like I did earlier. Well, I'm going back to my side of the house. It's a frickin' sun over here. Pats me on my shoulder as he passes. Hey, nice meeting you, Chase. I watch as he heads back down the hallway, sliding shut the door. It's colder on that side of the house. Yeah, dual habitat residence. I look longingly over at Dax's side of the house. Get your ass over so I can teach you how to cook something. The next hour is surprisingly fun, even though half of it is spent with Flynn yelling at me about how wrong I'm doing stuff. He calls it chiles ronalos? I don't fucking know. Peppers filled with cheese and meat and cooked in egg. Cover an egg before being fried. Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. That's really good. I love that shit. Basically, you just take, like, big bell peppers and you fill them with beaten cheese, like he said. It's really good. I have to agree with Flynn that it's way better than the diner food, even though the food over there is still pretty good. When we finish, Flynn dumps the dishes in the sink with a clatter before snatching him up by the arm. Hey! Shut up, Chase. I frown while myself be dragged down the hallway to what I presume is the lizard room. Oh boy, are we going there now? Are we gonna? Oh boy, this is happening. It's small and simple, but what I'm more focused on is the fairly large bed. He pulls me in to make room to shut the door before pressing me against it and kissing me fully on the mouth. Oh boy, here we go. Time for the sexy shit. I open my mouth and move his tongue, prods at my lips. I'm not used to the feeling of someone so thin and flexible sliding into my mouth, but it's not a bad feeling. His long tongue easily entangles my smaller one. At the same time, his hands grab the bottom of my shirt and pull it over my head, breaking our kiss. As I lean back against the wall, Flynn's eyes play over my body, clearly drinking it in. I narrow my eyes. Hey, you've already seen me naked. I reach for... Okay, guys. Time for pausing, because sexy time's about to start, and YouTube doesn't allow that shit, so see ya! Okay, so I think it's over, and oh my god, that was hot. I love that scene so much. Blowjob, and he fucking swallows all of it, too. Oh my god, Chase, you're... I lay on my side, head on Flynn's chest while his arm is wrapped around me, his hand stroking my shoulder. I rub his smooth stomach in big, wide circles, making sure to get every inch of it. I occasionally trace the outline of his chest as it rises and falls. Okay. He doesn't seem to be in the mood for another go, though, so I'm content to just lay there and listen to his deep breaths. What's wrong with me wanting to know what happened? I pause and my rubbing rests my paw in the middle of his stomach. He tenses it for a second so I continue the rubbing. Nothing. I guess it's how you go about doing it. He grunts. Doesn't matter how I do it, he's gonna be upset. Might be easy if you just try to go at it more delicately. Flynn takes a deep breath and I watch my hand rise and fall with it. He's hiding something, you know it too. I don't say anything. We lay like that for a while. Flynn's breathing softly. Flynn breathing softly onto my ear as his fingers creep over my arm to tease at a nipple. Everyone does, but they treat me like I'm some kind of monster wanting to know. I press down suddenly and he grunts loud into my ear as he tenses up against my hand again. You don't really think what you did at the river is appropriate. Ow! I cringe as Flynn pinches my nipple. He doesn't say anything, though, and we lay in silence for a while longer. Sydney didn't deserve that. I swallow. No. I mean, I know he was a dick, but he came from a rough place. I just listen, not wanting to say anything wrong. Flynn never opened up like this. You guys didn't know him like I did. I stop rubbing and turn my head up to look at Flynn. His eyes are open, staring up at the ceiling. Chase, I need to find out what happened. Flynn. No, I'm sick of wondering. I'm sick of imagining. He looks down at me suddenly, and the expression on his face is strange. I'm gonna talk to him again. Who, TJ? I hear my voice rise in concern. He doesn't say anything. Flynn. I sit up. Don't do that. He glares at me. Yeah, why not? This is probably the last chance I'll get. But I try to think of something to say. Nothing good will come out of it. If he hasn't said anything until now, then he probably never will. We'll see about that. The implication in his voice sends a chill down my spine. Flynn! Blizzard looks away from me. What? I'm not gonna do anything, just talk. And if he doesn't say anything? Flynn stares at the wall. Then I guess that's that, but I want to talk to him about Leo there to cuddle like he's some little kid. I put my face in my hand and rub slowly. I know Flynn would never want to hurt TJ, but he can get so emotional, and what if TJ says the wrong thing? Just let me go with you when you do. Flynn turns his head to look back at me. Why? I just want to be there to keep things grounded. Flynn stares hard at me. Maybe. He likes you, so maybe that'll be good. He continues to stare at me, and I feel a little uncomfortable. What? You have to promise me one thing. What? I say it a bit more slowly. Don't get in the way. Don't try to defend him, even if he's acting all sad and shit. I look back at him, unsure what I'll say. I don't want TJ to get hurt, and just the thought of this confrontation making me feel sick. But I don't want to be alone when this happens either. The thought of telling one of the others, Jenner or Leo, comes to mind, but I know that'll be a fucking catastrophe if I do. That would be the end of a lot of friendships. There's still left a chance that they would survive. Either way, I'm going to have to promise them if I want a chance to get along. But whether or not I keep that promise... Tell the truth. I promise, but only if it doesn't get physical. Flynn's eyes narrow. What? He continues to stare at me like he's trying to see something behind me. What, I'm not lying. Flynn gives his signature snort and closes his eyes again. It won't. I look at him skeptically, deciding not to remind him about what happened at the river. I sigh and stare at my naked balls, feeling a little strange. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but take a shower. All right. I get up onto unsteady feet and head out into the hallway, wondering if I should try. Oh, okay. Okay, Flynn? What's wrong with you? What? What? What the fuck does that mean, Flynn? Thursday, okay. So yeah, hey guys, this is gonna be it. This is it. This is going to be it. Alright, thank you for watching. Just in time too, basically the hour mark. I guess that's the first time you've ever actually seen me get genuinely fucking emotional over this game. I'm glad to, especially after that speech you gave at the beginning about how impactful it was on me. Yeah. See you next time.